Hi you guys, I'm PhiL. Welcome to my channel, Kicking It with PhiL. Like, share, and subscribe, and get that notification bell. Shoo! Hey you guys, what's up? We're kicking it again, and I gotta tell you, I got a friend here that's just an incredible inspiration. I know you guys hear me say that, but this sister, oh wow, she is a writer, she is a director, she is a comedian, she is an award-winning producer. And give it up for my friend Katrina Y. Nelson.
Hey Phil.
Hey, what's up? You know what? I'm just telling you, you're just an inspiration, and I wanted you to come here and talk to me because there are women, you know, there are women, there are sisters of color, there are people that have things that you do, and I want to just read off just a couple of these credits and stuff because it's not easy to do the things, you know, with these dreams. You know, you come to these different cities, you move. And sometimes things don't always move the way we want them. We just, you know, but people, it's a journey.
Right.
And I just want to, because I got to tell you,
Don't make me blush.
I know it. You have produced the web series, The Enemy Life Coach Chronicles, which won the Award of Merit at the Indie Achievement Award, Best Ensemble Cast at the Drummer at the LA Web Fest, both in 2012. Her short and feature film producing credits includes Always Remember, A Killer Surprise, Showrunner, and The Wake. You know, we got a little connection, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Which she wrote, produced, and directed, and is currently streaming on XOD.TV, Amazon Prime, and yeah, just a host of stuff that's going on here. And then I'm going to get down to something that I'm hoping that you can bring your producing partner, Michelle Ebony Hardy, to talk about that project. We're gonna try to do something virtual, okay, or if we can just even pull in here because we got another date, and I'm hoping that I can get you guys either together or we'll do it like that. Yeah. But all of these different things, tell us about your stuff. How did you just get started?
Wow, yeah, it's been a minute. The funny thing is, I was thinking the other day, I basically have been a producer since I was little. Like, wow. If I think about the things that I used to do, like I used to put on talent shows in my house. I did like I would do these haunted houses and just all these things, and talking to my sister and my mom, they were like, well, you were producing since you were little. And then once I went into the military, I kind of like sat back, did the military thing, and then decided to go back to Baltimore, went to college, went to undergrad, went to grad, but the whole time I was still working in TV, news, television. Also, I was a journalist for one of the oldest black papers called Afro American, working on public access TV. So it's just always been my thing. And you know, growing, you don't know really what your purpose is all the time, right? Yeah. And so you kind of gradually go into it. And then one day God just sent me a message, and he was like, you know what? It's time for you to get up, leave, go to LA and start doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Wow. So tell us where you're from. I mean, they don't know.
I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
Yes.
To be more.
Okay.
City.
Hey.
I love it. But a little too cold for me, so that was another one of the reasons why I moved to LA.
That's right.
Love the sand, the sun, and the beaches and the mountains. But yeah, so moved out here. It's actually been 16 years, and I hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I just hit the ground running. I didn't know anyone here when I first got here. I had a girlfriend who I went to college with who had a friend out here. So she told me to contact him because I was living at the Travel Lodge over on by the airport. And so I stayed there for like a week, and I called my friend, and she was like, oh, I have a buddy that lives there. He can help you out. So with his help, found an apartment like really quickly. And then I was just trying to figure out how to get a job, get a job at the studios. And it was really difficult because it's that catch-22. you can't work here unless you have studio experience.
Yeah.
Well, how do I get a studio experience
Hello.
if you won't hire me? So it's just really weird, that dynamic. But I just kept pushing, and so made another connection from someone back home who had a son here. And he just happens to be, he was a director.
Wow.
And so worked in the business. And so he hooked me up with another friend of his, and this female, and her name is Rebecca Sandoris, and she hired me for her project. She was producing a feature film, and she was like, I can't really pay you because it's not in the budget. And I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I want the experience, so I can put that on my resume. And she wound up paying me anyway. But I literally worked on that film from a PA to a driver to a producer's assistant. I wore so many hats. But it was a great experience because I got to see all of the different jobs on the film set. So it was great, and then got a job with Disney. It took me a minute to get there, but
wow, I mean, it's 2020.
yeah. But I got a job with Disney. Started working at Disney, and just started immersing myself into the film festival culture. Also, there's an organization out here called the Organization of Black Screenwriters. So I joined that, met some more people, and just started working on like web series and short films, and just, you gotta grind.
Wow.
Like nothing is gonna come overnight.
See, people don't understand that. They think it just happens overnight.
No.
Yeah.
For some people, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not gonna say that it doesn't for some people, but for me and others,
many of us,
it doesn't happen overnight. You have to put the work in, and one of the things that you have to know is you shouldn't give up on your dream.
That's right.
Just don't give up on your dream.
Well, I think it's just amazing that for you to take a chance, living in a lodge, leaving the city, and not knowing. Because some people say there's a certain security that women and people like to have, and you were able to. That was faith. I mean, to just step out and say, I gotta go for it.
Well, I heard the voice.
Wow.
And I was like, nothing is gonna stop me. And the crazy thing is, I was married at the time.
Okay.
And just say I'm not married anymore.
I ain't mad at you sometime.
I was married at the time. Hey, I asked. I was like, you coming? Hey.
Wow.
I got to go.
Come on. Yeah.
And it's been a long, hard journey. I will say that. And everything was not easy. However, I think God, my faith, that I just held tight.
Yeah.
There's something that I want to do. I want my voice to be heard. I want others' voices to be heard. Yeah. And I just never gave up. And so now we're here. And I know 2020 has been really crazy for a lot of folks. And because I had family members who have passed because of COVID. But what I will say is that God make no mistakes. Amen. And I'm just a firm believer that it's always his plan.
Come on now.
But we still have our part to play in it. And 2020, although devastating, it's been good to me. Yeah. It's been good to me. I've sold a show, which we sold a show in 2019, and we start production in March. But I've had so many meetings, and the Deadline article. This is the first time I've ever been in Deadline. I was like, okay, God, I see you. I see you. So, I just my mom just visited about. She was here for 3 weeks, so she just left last week. And she was like, I'm just proud of you because you never gave up on your dream. I was like, because it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Wow. That's all I want to do. Yeah. I want to produce, write, direct. I want to tell stories and find people's stories so people's voices can be heard. So that's it.
Wow. And what is it about this idea of producing? Because that's a big head.
Well, when I came out here, I will say, when I first came out here, I guess I was like most people, I'm going to write on a sitcom. Come on now. I'm going to be a staff writer. Yeah. And I would be in my little apartment typing up the spec scripts and it just, and I used to love to write and read books and all of that. And for something just went away. When I found producing, it was like a light, like this is it. I want to do my own stuff.
Wow.
I want to produce my own projects. I want to help others to produce their projects. And so,
do you think it was at Disney when you were doing the stuff there that it came? I know you were doing it at a very early age, but somewhere, because you
like where
did
did
your
it
homework
click?
doing all those.
Well, I love research anyway. Like, you know, I used to be a paparazzi when I got out here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if you remember
Yeah,
that.
I do. I think we were in front of Denny's or something right down there at Sunset and Gower. I was with Chaz, he's out there. And I remember you were at around that time.
Yeah, so I've done a little bit of everything.
Dip your feet, that's right.
Hey, you
Come
know,
on now.
like, you know, here's the thing, life is for living, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna try to live mine to the fullest, making sure that I stay safe in the process and try to, you know, maintain my health and wealth and all of that, sanity and all of that. But I love a challenge. I love to try new things.
Yeah.
And when I was working at Disney, although I had a good time, I had great relationships over there, it just didn't fill me up. You know what I mean? Because I knew that my purpose is to tell stories, to find projects from people and get some stories out there. And so, you know, I just stuck to my guns. Of course, I had to work, but I just never gave up. So I met people along the way where I could do, I could produce their projects.
Wow.
You know, so yeah, I remember the first project that I produced out here was a web series, and it was back before a whole bunch of web series started flooding everywhere. So it was kind of new. The LA Web Fest wasn't even around then. So yeah, while working at Disney, I just, like, I was immersed in the culture and like the process, but I was working in ratings, and so I was studying a lot of that stuff, you know what I mean, just doing research on the development process and all that entails. And I remember when I got out here, the first thing I said, I was like, God, I wanna be a writer. That wasn't my first job. So my first job was writing contracts. And I remember saying, okay, God, I didn't ask for this. This is not what I asked for. And so was feeling a little frustrated. And I was like, God, this is not what I asked for. And so then the next job, I worked with an attorney, anti-piracy. I was like, God, see, this ain't it. I keep telling you, I want to be a writer. And so, but what I didn't know was he was grooming me to run my own studio, because at the end of the day, that's what I really want. At the end of the day, so I was going from business affairs, anti-piracy, development, network media, and all of these things. And God was basically telling me, you said you wanted to run your own studio. You need to know how a studio works.
Come on now.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't get it when you're going through the frustration. But if you sat back and be quiet a little bit and just listen, it'll all come back and it'll make sense, right?
Wow.
And so in doing that process, I found producing, and it was something that I love. Like, I still love to write. And definitely want to do a little bit more directing, because, you know, me and you have that connection. And but producing is really like me putting it all together. Like, I love that part.
Oh, wow.
That part, because you get to pick the cast, the director, the writers, and all of that stuff. Like, just finding new talent is what I love, because I love helping others. My thing is what's for me is going to be for me. Because it's going to have my name.
That's right, that's right.
You know what I mean? Like, what's for you is going to be for you.
Come on.
Like, I can't get mad at somebody else for something God done gave them.
Wow.
Because it had their name on it.
Wow.
So I keep it cool, and people tease me. It's like, you're so like, you're like, next. I was like, yeah, next. Like, I can't hold on to anything.
That's not.
Because when you hold on, you can't allow nothing comes in. So so that's how I live my life now. And I guess being over 50, and I'm very proud. I'm 54.
All right.
Love being 54. It's so like refreshing. Like, I don't harbor on things. I just let it go. Like, you know, I know this is a family program, but it's like I just let it go. I don't care. I let it go. I'm at peace.
That's beautiful.
I'm at
peace. Because this is a journey. It's a journey.
It's a journey. Yes.
Now,
definitely.
When did you meet this particular partner? I want to know when
Michelle.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Michelle.
Michelle.
Ebony Hardy.
And I'm looking forward to meeting her.
Oh, definitely. She's from Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
And we met a few years ago, and we would see each other, frequently at the lots and, different assignments and doing contract work for, temp agencies and stuff. And so we would always be like, we're going to work together, we're going to work together, work together. And you know how it goes, like you get busy and, you're working. And then she produced her own short film, and she asked me to come in and be her UPM. And so we worked really well together. That she went really great. She had Guys Charles, who was the director on the project. And then she contacted me again for a documentary for her directorial debut called Game Changers about Hollywood, right? And so it was a few of us that were on the panel. I represented the independent film producer, and then she had someone from OWN, someone from The Ellen Show, and someone from Disney. And it went really well. And so again, we were like, we're gonna work together, we're gonna work together. Yeah. And so one day I got a call from her, and she was like, I'm coming to your house. I am bringing food, and I'm gonna bring us some drinks.
Come on now.
We're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about your projects, my projects. We're gonna come together.
That's so sweet.
This is how God works. So after we did that, I want to say that was in September. We put together, created our own production company. It's called Kimmy Time. It's basically her and I initials in the KEMY. And then we just kept saying, you know what? God is saying this is our time.
Yeah.
This is our time. So we just said, okay, Kimmy Time. Like, God was really like throwing them out there. And it's just really, if you think about it, you think it's weird, but it was just God. And so that happened, I think, around in September, and she's better with dates. I have to write stuff down.
I understand.
Getting older. But and so come December, well, I'll take that back. September, October, we had a pitch meeting. December, we got a show sold.
Woo!
This happened in less than a year. So when God moves, He moves quickly.
And this is 6 episodes.
They ordered UMC. We're going to be, I thank God for UMC. I was just talking to a friend of mine about them. I love the fact that it's sort of like they give us the independence to produce our own stuff.
Wow.
And, they are a studio, they are a network, but the independence that they give us to, to shoot our own project, to hire, our own people and all of that stuff is just so great. So they ordered a 6-episode of our drama series called Lace. And so really excited about it. We just signed our director, Jamal Hill.
Nice.
He directed Deuces, and he is just amazing. Like, just an amazing director. He has another project coming out called The Available Wife, and he's directed some other features. And right now we're looking for our lead actors.
Oh.
And so it's really fun.
I want to audition. I know you let me know. If it's something.
Here's the thing. People have been hitting me up.
I know, hit you up.
It was like, I didn't know if I wanted to, call you because you'd be busy. And a friend of mine called me who moved to Texas. I was like, dude, let me tell you something about me.
Okay.
If you're my friend, you're my friend.
Yeah.
I with you. Like, I mess with you. Like, don't ever put me in a box where, like, you'll know if I ain't messing with you. Trust me, you'll know. Like, I'm gonna answer your phone. I'm gonna reply back to you because that's not who I am. If I don't mess with you, then you shouldn't even be texting me or calling me anyway. So, but I'm really excited about this journey. We start production. We'll start filming March the 1st.
Yay!
So it'll be out sometime in 2021. We haven't got the release date, but I will definitely let PhiL know. So hopefully we'll be back on Kicking It with PhiL.
Yes.
To promote the show.
Oh, awesome.
And,
would you?
Yes.
That would be. Oh man. Wow.
I would do that. I definitely. the film. I'm talking to film because I'm an independent film producer. The TV series. So it's all fresh, it's all new. But it's one of those things again, like, since we had that article, we've been getting meeting after meeting after meeting.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, come on, God, because for some reason God always does wonderful things for me in December.
I want to tell people
what that is.
How can they keep in contact with you? Is there a website or something?
I do have a website which features a lot of my comedy, which that's a whole nother show.
Oh, we didn't even get to talk about that. We got to bring you back to talk about that even more.
But it's KatrinaNelson.com. I am on Instagram at I am Katrina Nelson. I'm on Twitter at Katrina_Nelson. I'm on Facebook as well, Katrina Nelson. I don't use Facebook as much. Thanks, Zuckerberg.
I understand that.
But yeah, I gotta come back because I really would love to let you guys know more about the show.
Oh, awesome. And just in a few words, what would you just tell somebody to just hang in there and not throw in their towel? You know, because some people, you know, as artists and, you know, producing and, you know, and God having an even bigger purpose, and sometimes they just want to just shut it off and just say, I'm going back home.
You gotta find your sense of self. Sometimes you have to just quiet everything out and find your calm. And if that's praying, if that's meditating, whatever that is, you need to find that and then focus on what is it that you love? What is it that you love doing? Your purpose is in those things. And you can't give up on your dream. It's your dream. It's not somebody else's dream, it's your dream. You can't give up on your dream. And in the words of Beyonce, a winner don't quit on himself.
Hey, shout out.
So yes.
Oh wow, well this has been an incredible, you always inspire me.
Thank you so much, Phil. You know I love you to death.
And I love you more. And everybody, this is Katrina Y. Nelson. Thank you for kicking it with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with kicking it with Phil.